Hello, everyone. Welcome back to St. Louis Teens. I'm here today with Branden Marty, who is the managing partner and CEO at Veterans Roasters Cup of Joe Coffee. They make great coffee that changes the lives of military veterans. So I did want to shift over a little bit to the coronavirus situation. So I know
Yes,
you live in Chicago, correct?
I do.
So
Yes.
yeah. So how is the current coronavirus situation, in Chicago?
Well, from just a general population sense, it's growing. Our governor was one of the first to really lock things down in terms of schools
Yeah.
for a number of weeks, in terms of bars, restaurants, how we congregate, how we get together. So I just heard this morning we're well over 100 cases now
Wow.
in Illinois,
Okay.
specifically. I think 90% of those are in the Chicago region. So we're growing. I believe we only have one death yet still in the
Okay.
state.
Yeah.
So that's a positive sign. But we're just preparing for more.
Yeah.
I can give you, if you'd like, I can give you kind of a sense from a small business perspective.
And yeah, I think
Kind
that's
of, but go,
exactly it. Is how
yeah,
is Veterans Roaster sort of handling this whole situation, and are there any additional measures you're taking?
yeah. So our business, 90% of it is in wholesale. So that's restaurant coffee. That's sorry, I'm just gonna call it. It's
Yeah.
a restaurant coffee. Wholesale coffee. So the corporate vending coffee served in buildings and organizations. So think about right there, 90% of our business is gone right now. Restaurants are closed, cafes are closed, offices in most cases are closed unless they're really in the manufacturing sector of the business. So, you know, I probably put it on a calm face, but like many small business owners, really worried for what could come next or what's going to come next. Things that we're trying to do, we do some business online and e-commerce business, so we're really trying to focus there, reach out to people that are working from home, help give us this try, buy gift certificates, find ways to support small businesses like ours, so to give us, a little more legs and a little more room and time to hopefully survive through this. We're really trying to save cash right now. So all other projects that we had, partnership promotions, new products, we've just tabled
Okay.
because we want to try our best to take care of our people and be able to continue to support and pay them. So that's number one. I think you're going to see an influx of the amount of unemployment, people looking for that and people focusing on that and trying to get it, I think is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And I don't know if our government's really ready for that. So I'm trying to be able to pay for the folks that I can and that work for me for as long as possible. So that's
Yeah.
the big thing we're trying to focus on. So I think we have a number of things that we're trying to do. Obviously, very scary,
Yeah.
but trying to kind of take one day at a time, which
Yeah.
is really all I think we can either do, both on the business side as well as personally. We'll get through this. Just time will tell on how long that takes, and hopefully, not too many business will be affected from a long-term perspective.
And I know you sort of talked about it, playing this, by the day. I know this situation is, changing very quickly. So are you being offered any guidance or information from any professional organizations, the Department of Health, or any, like your county health department or anything of that nature?
No, none at all. I mean, I think they're so inundated just in the individual capacity of this and what this looks like. We're hearing things from the Small Business Administration. Excuse me. We're hearing things from the Small Business Administration and other things, but I think so much is up in the air. So many people are affected that the amount of like time from an application, I think everybody's just going to be inundated with questions. Or I think I don't see the government being able to support much in the short term. The
Right.
long term, we'll see, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, we got to take one day at a time, see what we can do to take care of the people that are within our community, and do what we can.
Yeah. So have you had any recurrent questions that keep popping up, whether handling it?
Yeah, yeah. I've been doing a lot personally, a lot of information, and trying to share the best that I know. In terms of, we're really trying to go down to a skeleton staff and keep people. We have a lot of people that take public transportation to get to us, and so trying to reduce the risk there. That one person that then could affect the whole team and really affect our business. We're going down to a really slim staff and working only so many hours or days a week.
Okay.
We've shared with our customers we're really upping the sanitation level. We already follow strict food safety guidelines that we do all the time, but we're even doubling efforts to reduce risk to people, and we've shared that with our customers and clients. And the public at large. So there's things that we have done and we're doing and really stepping up the game. So, I'm following it personally, and I, as a father, as a person in the world, first and foremost, as well as a business owner, just to keep everyone around me is safe and make sure that they have the most up-to-date information. But like I said, we're making decisions hour by hour, like so many people in this country and the world. Bless you.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just see. We'll see where things go, and that's all we really can do, I think, at this time.
Yeah. So have there been any sort of patterns that you're seeing with your business, whether it's fewer sales or less staff coming in, or more people sort of staying home?
Yeah, I was more people staying home, and then that's starting to for a longer period of time. Yesterday and today specifically, we're fairly busy getting a few of our wholesale orders out, but we've been told by a number of our customers that our things are really going to shut down in the next number of weeks, even next month. Not to expect either any orders or just very, very small orders. On the wholesale side, we've ticked up, or excuse me, on the e-commerce side and the web online side, we've started to tick up. Mainly because I think people are staying home.
Yeah.
They want their coffee, or they don't want to go to the grocery store and buying it. So we've really been pushing kind of those things as well, whether it be with the employees of the customers that we already support, or just generally. We've been sharing. So been doing some videos on a lot of social media, digital work, things like that, to just keep being out there and let people know that we're here and who we are, and to try to help the best to support small business. Us or even some of our vendors, partners, friends, things like that. So we're all just trying to come together to support each other as much as we can.
Yeah, and I know you sort of talked about how you're monitoring this situation from sort of two different aspects, and do you have any concerns or what are things that you're looking for as the situation progresses and we move forward?
Well, I'm certainly looking at the local, state, and federal, authorities, and I think there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I think there's a lot of confusion, even for me, and I've been following a lot, reading a lot, and listening a lot. So I'm trying to do my best to sift through all the different pieces of information and make the best decision for everybody around me that I can, and we'll continue to do that. We'd hope in the next week that all of those groups of people start aligning in terms of the messaging, in terms of like what they believe and what will be best. But I think we're in uncharted territories where really no one on this earth has ever experienced anything like this.
Yeah.
Something like this hasn't happened over 100 years. So I think where I think kind of what some of my training and some of my experience in the past has come in the military, and we're seeing that on my team is this is the things that we prepare for, kind of this chaos, and we've trained for this, maybe not necessarily a pandemic, but whether we're dealing with wartime or mission specific actions, or even humanitarian missions, natural disaster relief, things like that. But those are all things that we have experienced and we've trained and maybe even operated for. Yeah. So that's something that we focused on, and I think we have the mentality to kind of support and help. So I think that's the mentality we've been taking.
And would you have any general advice for your customers at this time, or what we can do to sort of support your efforts to contain this whole outbreak?
Well, I think, listen to the local authorities. I think it's best to kind of stay in one place, be with your family, go out when necessary, in terms of, just the needs that can support your day-to-day lives, whether that's pharmacies, grocery stores, hospital if needed, or doctor's office if needed. But besides that, as painful as it is to kind of quarantine yourself, be in your home, but hopefully have those things that kind of bring you joy,
Yeah.
time with family. Even though I know cabin fever, even here after day 2 or 3, we're starting to set in with my family, as you probably hear them in the background. But kind of those, whatever it could be, that little snack, that coffee, kind of that special thing to kind of help you kind of just deal with the monotony of the routine, and to kind of help keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
Stay in touch with people. I've been really focusing my people on, calling your parents, calling your siblings, friends, people you haven't talked to in a while, just to kind of motivate each other and keep less isolated.
Yeah.
And keep yourself abreast of the right information, but maybe not watching it continuously, because then the mindset that you get of kind of the world ending kind of monotony, like the thing that if you watch too much of it, it kind of can drive you crazy too. So, find those happy moments, those happy things that make you happy in the time, as well as be with family and stay connected. It's the best we can do, I think, right now. And as always, if you need coffee, go to veteranroasters.com, and we'd love to. Got some great promotions, free shipping on everything right now. If you don't need coffee now, buy a gift card. We have a promo running on those too. So things like that you can, if you can help small businesses, especially restaurants right now.
Yeah.
Dine out, carry out, delivery, things like that. If you can afford it yourselves, and again, one of those things that your favorite pizza place, your favorite restaurant, you can support them. Those in your local community. I think that's so important right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Brandon, and thank you for answering, all of our questions as well.
Thanks, Reed. Be well, and everybody stay safe and healthy.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah.